Dimpho Moepeng is a village girl from Reval, Taung, and she was raised by her grandmother, and she was born and bred in Taung, basically. Yeah, she's just this village girl who had this big dream, which she actually tried, and hopefully she's gonna make it till the end to fulfill that dream. So basically, that's Dimpho in a nutshell. Yes. Beginning, I did my matric in Batlaping High School. So from there, I applied to other varsities, but you know, the bursary thing was a bit challenging. So, and the registration fees was too much. So I applied Department of Health for the sponsorship to study medicine in Cuba, the Nelson Mandela Fidel Castro Collaboration Program. And 2012, before we actually left on the 5th of December, we did interviews, we did medicals, the medical examination they do before you go to Cuba, and then all that was finalized end of November. So we left 5th of December 2012. So when we got to Cuba, yeah, that's when the life started. Now, you're in this different country, different continent, and it was a bit challenging, different culture. No one spoke English that side. It was Spanish from the word go. The only Tswana that we know, the Zulu, the Swati, the Ndebele, was the South Africans around us. Even there, the rest, we met some people, the other African countries. We met Chad, we met Angolians, we met Ghanaians, and some other like Caribbeans and Asians. Almost the whole world is in Cuba studying medicine. So it was a different time, different culture, challenging, yes. Yeah.
All right.
My message to those that want to go to Cuba is keep at it. It is very challenging, the most challenging that you will ever come across. But keep at it, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. I know it's a bit cliche to say that, but there is. Because the temperature is different. South Africa don't get that much high temperature. The rain is, oh my gosh, the food, the culture, the people, everything is different. You go to a different world than South Africa. You get to be by yourself. You get to grow up. You get to raise yourself up. Because I left when I was 17, right? So literally, I was legal in Cuba. I turned 18 in Cuba. So I had to take myself from that point, say, Dimpho, you're not a kid anymore. You have to start being responsible. You have to take care of yourself. There's a lot that's on your shoulders. You're from this kind of family, so this is what you have to do. So my message is keep at it. You know you can. There's that voice inside of you that said, I wanted to be a doctor. And you knew that there were like a lot of hurdles. But there is that last one, because as my teacher, Mamuebelo, and Matlapin used to say, a journey worth 1,000 miles begins with just one step. So you getting on that plane to go to Cuba is your first step. There is that last step. You're gonna get there. So keep at it. Truth be told, I don't know how we did it. It's just, I guess, it's just that inner strength that one gets from seeing their friends being diagnosed, seeing their friends passing away, seeing their friends just going the other side. You just take their strength. You're like, I know this person has the strength, but there are some other factors that kind of dominated. So you see that person, you're like, I'm gonna do this for this person. He passed away, but I'm gonna do it for him. She got diagnosed, but I'm gonna do this for him. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a childhood dream. I've always wanted to be a doctor. Maybe it came from my grandmother being sick, so I wanted to cure her in a way. Or maybe it came from me always being sick, the whole sinus thing, the asthma, maybe it came from that. Or maybe it came from the fact that when you go to Taung hospital, when you go to the clinic, there will be like a long queue, and there will not be enough doctors. Or maybe it came from the white coat, you never know. But it's always been my childhood dream, and I love being a doctor, and I'm gonna be a doctor soon. Now, for Dr. Moepeng, right now is the whole studying medicine in South Africa in English. So we're gonna do 18 months in the medical faculties in South Africa. So I personally am going to vet. So we're starting on Monday with the registration and everything. So from there, we're starting to do our last year in South African universities. So from there, yeah, and then when we qualify, when we actually graduate, then we're gonna start working in the primary sectors, because that's what we were taught in Cuba, how to deal with primary healthcare.
So,
I think this is actually very, not only important, but necessary for South Africa, because now the students that came back were more than 700. They're all finished in Cuba, and South Africa in less than 18 months they're going to have a high influx of doctors, which then not really knows, because doctors actually know more like those like they're going to be dealing with primary health care, because of the fact that there's not enough doctors. So they actually, most of them, you find them in tertiary. So now you're going to find doctors in clinics, in primary hospitals, like. So I think it's very important. Now in Taung, they were able to go knock at my house like, there's an emergency, right? When you get to the Taung hospital, Taung hospital, you do stuff like that. So I think it's very important, it's very necessary. So South Africa is going to be, the health system is going to be better. In 5 years' time, I would like to see myself, that's a very difficult question actually. I'd like to see myself as a well-groomed doctor. I would like to specialize or actually teach. And I would still like to see myself, I don't know how to say this in English, like making Taung better. Me and my colleagues making Taung better, making it healthier, so to say, yeah. My message to our youth, my colleagues, my partners, my friends, I would like to say, guys, this is not over. We have to be responsible. We have to start treating ourselves as the future of tomorrow, because we are. We have to be the light. We've heard the teachings from Nelson Mandela. We've heard the teachings from Madikizela Mandela. We've had them all. We've been told all the cliche things. We've been told everything. So this is our time to actually act on it. We have to start being responsible. Responsibility, guys. So that's my message to the youth, that we have to start being responsible. We know the dangers. We know the outcomes. Now is the time we actually take into consideration what they actually mean. Because you know what's going to happen to you if you do have sex without a condom. You know what's going to happen if you're 16 and you get pregnant and you know your situation at home. You know all of that. So it's time we actually take action and be like, I'm going to start being responsible. So my mission is responsibility, responsibility.
in that?
Oh, okay. I want to actually specialize in surgery, cardiothoracic surgery. Yes, that's my specialty.